In the following tutorial, we will cover how to create roads and rivers using the road tool. If you head up in your toolbar, up here you have the road tool. You can also go to View, Other Windows, and open up the road tool from there. Let's create a new road. By clicking on the plus sign, you create a new road right here. Click on it and name your road. Click OK. By double clicking on our new road or by clicking on Edit Selected Road, we have the Edit Road properties come up. In this window, you can define width, segments, you can check on and off using no road sides. You can check on and off different properties for the road. You can assign different road materials, road side materials, and road endings. So now by having your road created and having the road menu up, we can start creating our road. So by left mouse clicking, you can start setting control point of the beginning of your road and all the control points along the roadway. So here we have our road going through our town created. So double click on your road that you just created, and here you can start setting how wide do you want your road to be. So first you have road width, the second one is road side width. So let's turn our road width down to about 300 and road side to about 100. Click OK. So I think I'm going to bump this up to about 350. So here you have a checkbox option. You can have your road aligned to the terrain. You can set to no road sides, or if you want to have no road endings, you can check that on and off too. If I turn off no road sides and no road endings, it turns everything off except for the road. Next we have road materials. You can edit your road materials and road side materials, as well as beginning and ending points of the road endings. So if I want to set my road material to something else, click on the Browse tab and select any of the materials that you see under Data, World, Roads. Double click on it and you'll get to see how your road changes. I'm going to choose Path C, and for roadside material I'm going to choose the same texture except for underscore side attached to it. And for the ending of the roads, I'm going to choose Path C underscore end. So I need to navigate to my Data, World, Roads, and choose Path C end and click OK. Now we can see that our road ends here. And again, if you want to change your textures, just go back to your edit properties of the road and choose new textures. And now that I'm looking at mine, I think I want to change mine to Path A. And here in the options you can delete your road and you can clone your road with the settings in this box applied. Next, if you select your select tool or by pressing S, you're able to modify the road. So if you click on any of these control points, you're able to move the road. So you can also extend the road by moving it forward to anywhere you want. You can also add any control points between 2 points, and by clicking on one, then holding down Control and clicking on another, I selected 2 control points, and by clicking on Insert New Control Point, I inserted a new control point that I can start modifying. Next, you can split the road you have into 2 control points into 2 separate roads, and you can merge them. So if I select my control point and I want to split this road right where it's at, clicking on the split, now I have 2 control points. Now if I want to take these 2 roads and I want to merge them back together, click and select 2 control points and click on Merge. I can also continue and extending my road from one of the endpoints by selecting one of the end control points and clicking on Add Control Points at the end of the selected road, and now here I'm able to just continue on and extending my road. Now let's take this control point, split it, and let me show you how you can modify the terrain to your road. By double clicking on your new road and click on Road is aligned to terrain, check that off. Click OK. Now you're able to select your control points and move them out and up. So let's just raise this terrain up Now that you have your road positioned, make sure you select the road that you've been working on, and by clicking on Adjust Terrain to select the road, the terrain will transform itself to the road, and now you can go to your terrain tool and start smoothing out the edges. You can also lock your road to the terrain so you can paint around the road, and by selecting your road and then clicking on a lock or unlock, you lock those vertices around. So now if I go to my terrain tool, now start painting, the terrain will get modified around my road. Then I can just click on the unlock tool, it'll bring back the road, and now I can modify it accordingly. This will also lock my road, so I'm unable to edit or do anything to my road. And the final thing, you can export the road to a file, and then you can import the road. So if I select my road, I'm able to export, and then I'm also able to import any roads that I have. Now let's create a river. And the way you create river in ChromEditor is the same way you create roads. Click on the roads tool, create new, and name river. This name could be anything you want as long as it's something recognizable. Begin by creating and inserting control points like you would for the road. Go inside Edit Road Properties, and here you want to unclick Road as aligned to terrain. Unclick Cut Grass, and you want to click on No Road Ending and No Roadside. And under Road Material, go into your data path, go under Shaders, Master, Template, and choose River A Material. Now you can create your own material for the river, and click OK. Now you want to just select all control points and just raise up your river a little bit. Now you'll want to modify your terrain a bit so the river can be positioned somewhere. Once you work the terrain and positioned your body of water where you want it, next is we need to go into Model Browser and search for VisBox. I'm going to put this right inside your water. Next, go under Local Coordinates. You want to resize this VisBox to completely cover your body of water. And you also wanted to have it on the same level as water. And make sure you position across the entire body of water. And what VisBox will do is it will control the ability of the player to cross and swim across the body of water. Next, what you want to do is you want to select your VisBox, double click on it, and under Class you want to change it to Water Current. So type in Water Current, double click, and here you have water speed. You want to set this to about 200, 300, 400, somewhere along the default. So I'm going to set it to 200, and anytime you change the input box, you can reset it to a default by pressing Shift and hit Delete, and it will reset to a default input value when you first started. Now let's create custom water material. In my map here I have a body of water that has a custom material applied on it. To do this you need to create a custom material. So just open a notepad and copy and paste the following. This is the text that you need to copy and paste. Here's the first section, and here's the second section. And to get this text, if you go to worldofleveldesign.com, click on search, and just type in Call of Juarez 2 custom water, you'll be able to get the full text to copy and paste. Now once you copy it and paste it into your notepad, you need to save this. So go File, Save As, and you need to save this as your map name _ water.mat. And this custom material needs to be saved inside your data, maps extra or maps.net folder, and inside your custom folder map name. And inside there, just save this. Another important thing you need to do is if you scroll down until you see s_environment, you have to make sure that the reflection DDS points exactly to the full directory where your map is stored. So it needs to say data, maps extra or maps.net / map name _ reflection.dds. Make sure you change this to proper location of your map. So once it's been saved, here's my file right here. So once you have saved your custom material, you need to apply it to your body of water. And by going up to roads, now go to your custom river property, and under road material you will need to change this to exact location where your custom file has been saved to. So in our case it's data maps extra, folder name of our map, and then the file that we just created. And you will have to type this in manually. Now after you click OK, then you should see your custom texture applied to your water. Now you have your custom water material, and through your custom material file you're able to change how your water behaves and looks.